Hi, CMattDye here. Hopefully you're having an awesome day. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the top 5 CNFT for this week. So let's start with the volume, and this is the last 24 hours. You can see volume picked up recently and then picked up over here as well. If we go to the past week, we are seeing volume up, sales, assets sold, and volume up over the past week. However, it's kind of dismal right now. If we go to the last 30 days, it is down a little bit, 8.5%. But it seems, if we look at the larger chart, it seems like it's fine. It seems like it's fine. You know, volume will spike and it'll come down. That's normal. It's a little erratic. That's normal. Cardano NFTs are not really a lot of volume right now. You can see the spike up to 3 million, 3.5 million in volume. That's kind of an externality in the data set. Then you have flirting with 2 million over here, and then again over here some flirting with 2 million, even over here, which is this week. So looking at the 7 days, we are seeing the volume pull up, but the last 30 days it is a little bit lower. So what does that tell you? Volume's coming back into the market, and I don't think this market is falling apart. If you've seen my crypto analysis charts, I'm not speaking doom and gloom. Seems like a month ago everyone started talking about crypto winter. Where were they at? This whole year market's been going down. But the NFT market is a little bubble. So the NFT market doesn't move per se on every twist and turn of actual cryptocurrencies, which is good. And that's why I'm actually in the CNFT market. So I want to get into what I did this week, and then I want to get into the top 5. I think seeing what I did this week is kind of important. I bought a Naked Seal and Seal Society, sold an Aquafarmer for $415. Bought another seal down here. I'm selling Filthy Rich Horses. I don't know. The project, it's not conducive to me. I bought a Cardistax OG card. Sold another Aquafarmer for $1,200. That was a 5 trait common. So it gets the same percentage as whatever other trait commons are out there. So figured go and take the profit. I bought 2 deluxe suites in Cardistax so I can knock the wall down and make them. If you know anything about Cardistax, that's what I got into. Old Money minted their inflation times last night, and I kind of stumbled upon it. I started looking around at the CNFT market, which I usually do, and just noticed that they were minting, which was crazy. You would think I would probably know about it. I'm not in the project. I don't have any of the $2 bills. I did have some when they minted originally, but so I minted these 2, and then I signed up, and it let me mint. It gave me the option to mint 3 of them, 2 because I owned these 2, and then another one just because of the whatever. So I minted 2. I minted 2 more, and I got a floor, and then I got a shadow. So I'm very happy about that. The shadow's value is worth a little bit more than what I have in the actual project. So I'm just holding those. I got another mutant mouse, but I got one with a crown. So I was pretty excited about that. And then I listed another Filthy Rich Horse to get rid of it. The project's okay. For me personally, I just don't want to be in it. So that's the clarification there. The project is pretty good. The founder is a good guy. There was a person a couple months ago, and he had gotten scammed in a different Discord. And it wasn't even a horse that he lost. It was a goat, I want to say. But then the founder saw that, and he was like, well, DM me. I want to send you some horses. And that's what he did, which is super nice. So I'm not bad-mouthing the project. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm getting out. I'm going to hold a couple founders tokens, and I'm going to hold those for forever probably. Or if the tokens go above 1,000 eventually in the future, I'll probably sell them at that time. So that's what I'm doing there. So let's get into the top 5. Aquafarmers is number 1. Spacebudz is number 2. Dead Rabbit Resurrection Society, number 3. Chilled Kongs, number 4. Mandrillz, number 5. So that's very interesting there. Let's go to Aquafarmers. Right now the floor is at 341. I was selling it right over here. I sold the 454 whatever. I think it was 415. I sold it over here. And then the other one I sold over here as it was coming down. So those were my selling points if you're interested in that. But right now the floor is 341. What am I thinking about it? Well, it dropped down to 285 here, which was very interesting. And I think that it may be able to have one more drop, which I would be looking around maybe I don't know if it can go that far down. I was going to say 100 to 150. I don't know if it can go that far down. I think 2 to 250 would be the lowest that it would go if it's going down again, because I think it's going to hold its value. You can see the all-time high sell was at 32,000. That's crazy. So I don't think it's going to go down too far. I think 200 would be the ultimate floor on this one. I still hold one, and I'm going to hold it forever because I love liquid finance. If you're unfamiliar, liquid finance is centered around borrowing and lending, but they tout a 4x yield, being able to borrow, stake, lend, staking on top of that or something like that, or a percentage on ultimate borrowing, something like that. But anyway, they talk about a 4x yield, and all the LQ tokens that you stake, you'll get 2 to 5% extra depending on the rarity of, either common, rare, super rare, or legendary, depending on those rarities. So that's Aquafarmers. I'm thinking 200 to 250 is probably going to be the floor on this one. Now let's go to Spacebudz. Spacebudz is the OG CNFT project. 510,000 is the all-time high sell. I think that's the all-time high ever for the CNFT market, I want to say. 6350 is the floor right now, and you can see it has actually exploded here. It's really exploded here. I think some of that was probably due to ADA just going lower. So it's being valued a little bit more just because ADA is going lower. That's kind of what I want to say. I'm not in the Discord. I don't own any Spacebudz. So I don't know the actual news on this, but I would say probably just based around the scarcity for one and just ADA going down. That's what I would chalk that up to. I wouldn't be surprised to see it come back down to 5,000 again. So, but you can see right here, 5,000 is a pretty decent floor. I don't know what these are. I'm pretty sure, all these are the really high sells. Okay, so these are just messing up the data set. But 5,000 is pretty good floor here. 5,000 to 5,500 if you're willing to buy a Spacebudz. That's probably where I'd buy it at. It could come a little bit lower, but I kind of doubt it. So that's what I'm thinking. But I'm not in this project, and I'm not planning to get into this project. But if you are, just look at a few things and see what's going on. Dead Rabbit Resurrection Society. I know they're doing big things over there. Right now you have a floor price of 685 with a 10,000 all-time high sell. That's phenomenal. Minted looks at maybe 419, 420, something like that. And the price has been holding up very, very, very well. It's boomed up here recently. And if it does have a pullback, probably about, somewhere in the high 400s probably. 455. If it can come down. I'm not in this project, and I don't talk in their Discord. So I'm just spitballing here. But that's what I would think. If it's going to come down, that's where I would look. Maybe 500 is the floor. But that's where I would be, somewhere in there, 450 to 550. That's what I would look for on this one. I know they're doing some big things there. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing, but everyone I know in the project loves the project, so that's something. Chilled Kongs right now the floor is 2850. All-time high sell 135,000 or 135,000, however you want to say it, whatever. As it comes down, and I was talking about 2,000 to 2,300 over here. to get long. I was talking about after the mushrooms come out, I think it can come a little lower. But 2,000 to 2,300 is what I was looking for. That's what happened. It moved right into that 3,000 number. Now it's pulling back a little bit. That's totally okay. Is it going to come back down to 2,000 to 2,300? I would think probably not. But if it did, that would be a great entry. It would be a fantastic entry. Most likely it holds over that 2,500 figure. So 25, 2,600, most likely. I would be a buyer if it did come back down to 2,000 to 2,300. I will definitely be a buyer again. Because that up to 3,000, that was a great move. And if it does come back down, it can support here or it can support down here. So those are the two areas I would look for. I would be a buyer if it came down here. So pretty excited about chilled Kongs, and after the mushrooms come out, I'm going to probably try to buy some long term. So that's what I'm looking at with this project. Love the project. Next is Mandrillz. Mandrillz is a project that I am a little upset that I didn't get into whenever they were down around the 100 to 150 floor. But you know, it is what it is. You can't be in every single project. So this is a good lesson for anybody watching. Try not to be in every single project, because I did that when I first got into the CNFT market. I tried to mint everything I saw. I tried to be in a lot of projects, but I tried to be, I don't want to say a whale of every project, but I tried to own quite a few of different projects that I liked, and eventually you just run out of liquidity, and if you're minting everything, eventually you're going to get a rug pull or 5. I had 2 of them, so luckily that's it. I've only had 2, but that's kind of what happens. So you mix your strategy around, and if you watch my beginner video, I talk about portfolio management, and that is very, very important. If you haven't seen it, there's timestamps. You can scroll right there and get some information that I think would be helpful. But anyway, 360 floor price for Mandrillz, 12,000 all-time high sell, which is phenomenal. They minted here around February 25th-ish, and you can see the floor was quite depressed for about a month, maybe slightly more than a month, and then it kind of based around a little here, and then it took off. Now they're doing some things in the Mandrillz Discord. They're doing a delisting thing. They're doing airdrop of a companion. I'm not exactly sure what that is. They're also doing the Mandrillz token, and they're talking about different game projects. So very interesting there. I would like to see this come down a little bit. I'd be a buyer around 150 to 2, because I don't think it comes any lower than that. And even that is kind of hard to fathom that it comes down that low. But anywhere around 2 and ideally under 2, I would be a buyer personally. But that's kind of what I would like to see. Right now you're having a little bit of pullback. It seems like a lot of projects are pulling back a little bit right now. So what does that actually look like? You know, maybe it comes wherever it stops at, whenever it gets that little bounce. See if it can make another drop. And I would say probably, you know, $50 to $100 below wherever that stops at. So that's what I would look at for Mandrillz. I do like the project. Out of the top 5, me personally, I like Aquafarmers, Chilled Kongs, Mandrillz. And I'm not saying these 2 are not good projects. They're just not projects that I care to be in. Spacebudz is a great project. Dead Rabbit Resurrection Society, I am so unfamiliar with it, I can't comment, but I know that people who are in it that I do know enjoy it. So take that for what it is. But anyway, that's what I'm looking for. That's the top 5. That's what I did on the week. If you enjoy me showing you what I actually did on the week, let me know, because it's kind of a new thing. I got a question, you know, somebody would like to have a little bit more detail on what I'm doing, which is fine, because I like to see what other people are doing. It's just interesting, add some more engagement. So if you enjoy that, let me know, please. If you like the video, throw a like. If not, throw a dislike. I do enjoy the feedback, so I do appreciate that. With that, I'll see you around the crypto markets. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.